So how was your last week, Mida?
Oh, that's good.
Anything exciting?
Yeah, I finally started YouTube again, so it's going good. How about you?
For me, it's been great. My 40 days thing is going on. I think we have completed
Uh-huh.
26 days today.
Nice,
So
nice, nice.
yes.
Good.
And
That's
when we
great. That's
started,
great. Mm.
it was like 40 days would be such a big journey. And now I'm like, okay, just 14, 15 days left. And just
Correct. Well, it's going great.
is passing by.
It's,
So,
it's really a wonderful initiative, I would say. It's a great initiative for everyone who's joining in. They already know, like, they can see differences in their life, at least in their morning routines. And if the morning is fixed, then, half of the day is already done.
yes. When you, it's like, if you start well, then you're already half done, right?
Yeah,
Well begun is half done. It's like that.
correct.
So
Yeah,
even I
exactly.
feel that it made me also more productive about a few things, which I used to do toward the end of the day. Now I'm able to, push them and do it towards the evening. I mean, towards the early hours of my day, and then
Uh-huh.
things are good.
Great,
Okay, so
great.
I
Yeah,
think with this now,
nice.
shall we get started?
Yeah, sure. Let's get started. Let's get this going.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes, definitely.
Sure.
So first of all, thank you so much for joining well before time, and thanks to all the viewers who are here who have taken out time to be here. Very, very warm welcome to all of you. And today we have a very, very interesting topic. It's him versus her, and it's not like
Mm.
we are being gender biased or something. It's just very commonly discussed
Mm.
between, between two people who are committed to each other, and it's like obviously we have different mentality, we think in a different way, and how those
Mhm.
little changes are there here and there which make us feel okay, why is the other person not thinking the same way how I should be thinking,
Mhm.
because that's the best way to think, or that's
Yeah.
the only way we have
Mhm.
we have been thinking for. So we thought it would be a good topic to discuss, and last time when we spoke about it, some of you have shown interest that we should be taking
Mhm.
up that topic. So, Meda, very, very warm welcome on
Thank you.
initiating the conversation of how men think and how women think. Or
Mhm.
we'll talk about in general if we have, different mentality than other than us, whatever way we are, whatever relationship
Mhm.
it is in. We can get some cues and some understanding of why the other person is not thinking the same way how I am thinking, या वो वैसा क्यों नहीं सोच रहे जैसा हम सोच रहे हैं, है ना? वो गैप हमें हमेशा फील
Correct.
होता है, तो आज हम उस बारे में बात करना चाहेंगे. Ready?
Absolutely. Right. Let's get
So
started. No,
let
because
us
they're
hear from
two
you.
different
What do you think?
individuals. We
Yes.
are two different individuals, a male entity and female entity. Without being gender biased, we are gonna explore like how do they think, how do they communicate, what goes in their mind, and how we can understand what other person is thinking, and then have a better relationship or have a better communication. Cool. So let's get
Mm-hmm.
started on that.
Sure.
Hmm.
So one thing which I would like to begin with is I would refer to as us as in females and
Uh-huh.
them as okay male or him or something like that.
Got it.
So
Got it.
when we get upset, what we do is at least I get upset. I feel like talking. Okay,
Hmm.
let us sit and talk. अभी बात कर लेते हैं सारी. Or it's the other way around with the other person, right? Your partner think that what's the need to talk? Let me just leave me alone. मुझे छोड़ दो अकेले बस अभी जाने दो. और हमें लगता है कि नहीं हम अभी बात करना चाहेंगे. अभी बताओ क्या हो रहा है क्या नहीं हो रहा है. And the other person is not ready to talk, and it is very
Mhm.
frustrating. Right.
Mhm.
हमें ऐसा लगता है कि without talking, how would we solve this problem? And the other
Mhm.
person thinks कि नहीं, leave me alone, I will be fine, and that's all.
And the
Have you
solution will
observed
come
it?
itself.
Yes.
Right. This happens a lot. So if we think about it, males have this tendency, just to cave themselves when there is a problem. They'll go into their cave and they'll think, okay, the solution will come itself from there. Until then, let me just do 10 other activities जहाँ पर बस 5% of brain activity use करके I can get the day going. चाहे फिर वो कोई
हाँ
स्पोर्ट्स
हाँ.
एक्टिविटी हो, इट्स सम वाचिंग सम रेसिंग कार इवेंट, वाचिंग एनी स्पोर्ट्स, एनीथिंग जहां पर भी उनकी ज्यादा एनर्जी ऑक्यूपाई नहीं हो रही है, एंड दे डोंट हैव टू स्पेंड टाइम ऑन द प्रॉब्लम. ओके, बट ऑन द अदर हैंड अगर फीमेल्स की बात करें तो दे हैव टू टॉक इट आउट. फीमेल्स आर नोन फॉर टॉकिंग, एंड इट्स देयर इनहेरेंट कैपेबल, इनहेरेंट थिंग कि हमें बात करके ही सोल्यूशन निकालना है और अभी निकालना है. दैट्स लाइक इंस्टेंट थिंग.
So उनको लगता है कि they are like वो Mr. Fix It, अभी हम fix कर देंगे प्रॉब्लम. When they come back, जैसे अच्छा बताओ क्या प्रॉब्लम है, just fix it. And females are like अरे पहले बात तो करो कि वो सब हुआ कैसे, उसके बाद हम फिक्स करेंगे। तो
हाँ
हमें लगता है कि अब नेक्स्ट टाइम ऐसा कुछ नहीं हो, उसके लिए कमिटी बनाई जाए, डिस्कशन किया जाए, हम सब कुछ प्रोज एंड कॉन्स वेट करें और देखें कि अच्छा कैसे हुआ था, किसने
करेक्ट
क्या बोला,
करेक्ट
एंड दे आर लाइक अच्छा प्रॉब्लम बताओ मैं फिक्स करूं, एंड दैट्स इट, वी आर डन विद इट।
हाँ हाँ, लेट्स गेट गोइंग। वो उनका वही कॉन्सेप्ट होता है कि बहुत सोल्यूशन ओरिएंटेड है, बहुत लॉजिक ओरिएंटेड है। ये प्रॉब्लम आई, उसका लॉजिक क्या है, छोटा सा लॉजिक पे डिस्कशन कर लिया, अब बस सोल्यूशन चाहिए, लेट्स फिक्स दैट। एंड मिस्टर फिक्स इट इज ना, दे पुट ऑन दैट मिस्टर फिक्स इट हैट कि बस अभी सोल्यूशन निकला एंड देन वी गेट गोइंग। बट फीमेल्स को क्या है, अगर एक भी प्रॉब्लम है ना, तो उनको एक प्रॉब्लम को छोड़ के उसके अराउंड सारे 10 प्रॉब्लम्स की बात करनी होगी, एंड जस्ट टॉकिंग आउट गिव्स देम द सोल्यूशन। चाहे उस प्रॉब्लम का एक्चुअल सोल्यूशन आए ना आए, उस प्रॉब्लम का एक्चुअल लॉजिक रिजॉल्व हो ना हो, बट टॉकिंग अबाउट इट मेक्स फीमेल्स कंफर्टेबल।
Yes. And probably that is because we are very, I mean, not very, but we are obviously more emotional than males, right? We feel that we वो सारे इमोशंस डिस्कस होने चाहिए। अच्छा तुमने ऐसा कहा तो मुझे ऐसा फील हुआ, मैंने ऐसा कहा तो तुमको कैसा लगा, तुम भी बताओ, तुमने उस दिन ऐसा कहा था तो हमने ये किया था। लाइक वी रिलेट एवरीथिंग, पीछे का आगे का एंड ऑल दैट, एंड उसके बाद in between we might feel happy, we might get upset, and with all those emotions we want to share everything, unlike them we're like logic क्या है, क्या कहना चाह रही हो।
Correct, correct, right. And I think
So there's a logical
there is
thing.
there is a difference in how we perceive emotions. I know emotional beings दोनों हैं, but there is a difference की how males are perceiving emotions and how females are perceiving emotions. Yeah, I think there is an internet glitch.
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Cool, great. Yeah, so I was saying कि there is a little bit difference कि emotional तो दोनों लोग हैं, but how they are perceiving emotions and how they are communicating their emotions. Males अगर कोई emotions feel कर रहे हैं, तो they will not be that comfortable in sharing that with someone else, even if that's their partner. But they एक societal upbringing है या masculine traits है, but they think they have to absorb in the emotion, and वो वहीं पर उस emotion के साथ थोड़े से रुक जाएंगे, but उसको वो they won't let it flow out. But on the other hand, female you have to flow everything out. Right. So ये basic
That's the same concept, right? वो वेव वाला, हमारा वेव के साथ ऐसे ऊंचा नीचे होता रहता है, हमारा खुद का सेल्फ स्टीम। some moment we feel like okay, I am everything for him, and some moment we feel like okay, do I even exist in his eyes or in his heart? What is going on? कोई कुछ बता क्यों नहीं रहा है? And they have a very different way of looking at things.
Right. Yeah, right. Female emotions are often described as waves. So like, they can get on very high sometimes and then they can hit a rock bottom. But if you have been surfing or if you know a bit about surfing, so the best thing you can do is just ride with the waves instead of trying to fix it. Like, what's your take on that?
And for them, it's that rubber band concept. It's like before they come very close to you, they have to go, as far as possible, or how the rubber band keeps going, and after certain stretch point, when the limit finishes, it would snap back, right? It's the same thing, but वो weight की rubber band यहाँ से वो खिंच के वहां जा रही है, उस weight को हम बर्दाश्त नहीं कर पाते। हमें लगता है okay, he's going away from me. Why is he not talking? Why is he not listening? And all those emotions with waves keep coming and coming, and until that comes back, until then we are in that this mode that okay, what happened, my whole emotional influence is crumbling, या हो क्या रहा है, मतलब मुझे समझ नहीं आ रहा है, but that time probably we have to just hold on and give time for someone else to settle down.
Right. Absolutely. And what do you think, like even अगर हम communication की बात करते हैं, what do you think कि how do men and women perceive their body language? Like, do they use different body languages to communicate their emotions? How do they take? What's your take on that?
Certainly, it's a lot of it. Like for female, it's like मुझे कहने की क्या जरूरत है, आप समझ लो. And for men, it's like say, अगर आपको कुछ चाहिए तो मुझे पूछो. If you need something, you ask. If you don't ask, I feel I'm already giving you enough. That is why you're not asking. So they're very straightforward. कि भाई तुम्हें जरूरत है तो तुम पूछो. Female का क्या है? मैं कैसे पूछूं? You should be knowing it by yourself. It's like love language means कि तुमको समझ जाना चाहिए कि मुझे क्या चाहिए या मुझे क्या फील हो रहा है. तो that language, what you said, right, in terms of communication, we expect them to understand things by themselves, but we miss that. Okay, they do not think the way we think. It's very very different for them. तो अगर आपको मतलब let's say if Valentine's Day is coming and definitely your partner or your would be asking right कि भाई आपको क्या चाहिए and you say नहीं कुछ नहीं चाहिए. In heart you would expect that she would do some wonder to you on that day और आपके लिए बड़े गिफ्ट लेके आए यार red roses भेजे or something like that. But for them it's like I asked and you said nothing and I did not bring anything.
right, true. And even no, अगर हम body language की बात करें तो I think males use more of the body postures. Like उनका अगर body language अगर if they want to communicate something, they'll probably stand in a certain way, they'll probably sit in a certain way and use the whole body gesture as they want to convey something. But females में क्या होता है, because we are emotions oriented, not that logic oriented, we'll use our facial expressions to convey the thing, right? So have you observed this? Have you experienced this thing?
I have. And for female, in fact, it is more, I believe. See, the way I am expressing myself, it's like, if I do this, okay, what does that mean to you? Or if I do this, what does that mean to you?
Correct.
So for a
Yeah,
female,
they do
it's
small things. They'll do small gestures.
Yes. And for men, it's like, अगर आप पार्लर जाके और उनको पूछो कि how am I looking and they're like जैसे पहले लगती थी और you look good and you get so upset like अरे इतना कुछ कराया इतने पैसे खर्च किए कुछ तो बोलो.
Correct. And for them, you know, on the salon example, for males, you know, they are always about big gestures. वो पूरे एक महीना प्लान करेंगे and they'll bring something big for you and then they'll expect you to celebrate on that. Like suppose it's as simple as bringing a car home, तो वो उनके लिए बहुत बड़ा gesture है. But अगर आप मतलब studies say that अगर आप female mind से देख रहे हो तो bringing a big car home and bringing a small rose, वो दोनों चीजें उनके लिए इक्विवेलेंट है. They won't see कि कार में इतने पैसे लग गए, इतना प्लानिंग लग गई, रोज तो एक छोटा सा, बट उनके लिए द जेस्चर इज मोर इम्पोर्टेंट. वी परसीव इतना महंगा कार, इतना स्मॉल रोज एज द सेम थिंग, राइट?
हमारे लिए एफर्ट ज्यादा काउंट होता है कि भाई सामने वाले ने सोचा, you know, he thought of me and then he did this. वो क्या किया उससे ज्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट है कि किया उन्होंने. And for them it's like what's the big deal?
Absolutely, right. Sure.
Okay, so I think we have talked a lot about what are these, common traits which we find, among each other, which are different and we expect the other person to understand. It is important to also talk about how do we make sure that we understand others' language or how can we make the whole conversation smoother. या हम वो क्या चीजें कर सकते हैं या start कर सकते हैं करना कि okay, now I am aware of the other person's response or reaction. Let me make sure that from now onward my conversation is easier because now I am educated about it.
Absolutely.
So what
the first step in this is, first step would be to understand the differences. जैसे अभी हमने बहुत सारे differences की बात करी कि women like to talk it out, men like to cave it, and females के emotions waves की तरह जा रहे हैं, males के emotions वो एक जगह पे रुक जाते हैं. They want distractions more. मतलब distractions meaning they want something जहाँ पर उनको less energy consumption हो रहा है and they want to just delay the process, maybe probably like that. और body language को हम उनकी समझ सकते हैं. तो the first thing is कि understanding the difference and understanding there is a difference. हमको ये नहीं सोचना चाहिए कि the other person will think and react like how we are thinking and reacting. There is a difference. Okay, equality is a different topic, but there is definitely a difference and we should accept that difference and acknowledge that. Then second thing is, what practically people can practice, which I also practice, active listening. Just try to actively understand what the other person is trying to say, even if without words, with the tone, with their body gesture, with their actions, what they're trying to say, just try to actively listen to them. Abhi hamare, I think last conversation mein we discussed this thing, don't listen to respond, just listen to, don't listen to react, but listen to respond, that kind of thing, right? So what's your take on that?
Certainly, and when this other person is saying, obviously at certain point you have to respond. You have to give the response कि भाई अभी सामने ने ये पूछा तो मुझे ये बोलना है. हम जो बोल रहे हैं उसको भी हम थोड़ा सा reframe कर सकते हैं. Instead of saying कि you didn't do that, you would say that I want you to do this. Like अभी rose वाला example कि यार you did not bring me a single rose. If you can just say while coming back, if you can pick me a rose, it is a lot easier for both of you. You will be happy that you got the rose. He will be admiring you that, okay, finally she started speaking what she is looking for. And the whole chemistry would be at a different level altogether. Only if
Correct, correct.
you don't assume things, and instead of using you didn't do this, you didn't do this,
Mm.
reframe it, say I want you to do this.
Correct, correct. I would like if you do that. Those kind of things,
Yes, yes, I
just
would love
replace
if you
that
do
you
this.
statement to I.
Yes,
Correct, correct, correct.
yes,
Absolutely.
certainly.
Right. Right, 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 right.
And we assume also, like if they say that okay, I'm
Mm.
not doing it now, we feel that okay, that they don't care, or उनको क्या ही फर्क पड़ता है, या फिर सब कुछ मैं ही करूँ. अरे, if they say they don't do it, maybe they will not do it now because either they are watching a match, they are watching car racing, or they are about to go out with their friends, कुछ भी. But हमें लगता है कि अभी नहीं किया तो कभी नहीं करेंगे. हम
हाँ,
तुरंत उस मोड में चले जाते हैं.
करेक्ट, करेक्ट, करेक्ट. आई थिंक इसके भी दो अंडरलाइन रीजंस हैं. एक तो यही कि वी शुड नॉट प्रैक्टिस डिलेड ग्रेटिफिकेशन. जो अभी आजकल सोशल मीडिया का वर्ल्ड है, इट्स ऑल्सो पुशिंग अस टुवर्ड्स दैट इंस्टेंट ग्रेटिफिकेशन वाला जोन. तो
हाँ.
आई थिंक this is more into females, less into males, but both the sides, जो हमारा अभी करंट सिनेरियो चल रहा है वर्ल्ड का, इंस्टेंट ग्रेटिफिकेशन चाहिए हमको. हमने रील डाला, 10 लाइक्स और सब्सक्रिप्शन आने चाहिए. हमने कोई डिश बनाई, तुरंत उसकी तारीफ होनी चाहिए. इट्स नॉट लाइक दैट. लेट्स प्रैक्टिस डिलेड ग्रेटिफिकेशन. और लाइफ में इतनी प्रॉब्लम्स है, व्हाई यू शुड क्रिएट सम प्रॉब्लम विद इन दैट सेक्रेट स्पेस ऑफ योर्स. तो
Yes.
ओपन कम्युनिकेशन एंड क्लियर कम्युनिकेशन शुड बी a very basic rule of your relationship. Whether you're in any relationship, just communicate well. Like, say what you want to say, right?
और assumption दोनों तरीके से काम करता है कि we don't assume and we don't assume as in we don't expect them to assume, and we also should not assume what do they mean. लेकिन उन्होंने एक बात बोली कि भाई अभी मुझे नहीं करना है, या मुझे नहीं करना है, forget it. उनके लिए तुमने अभी पूछा, मुझे नहीं करना है, इज द आंसर मीन्स अभी हम नहीं करेंगे. फॉर अस इट इज लाइक मतलब अब सब कुछ हम ही करें, और इज इट समथिंग विच आई विल ऑलवेज डू इट. और आपने जैसे बोला ग्रेटिफिकेशन, तुमको अभी बोला तो तुम अब सब काम छोड़ के तुम अभी यही करो, एंड दे विल से नो अभी आई एम बिजी, आई एम डूइंग समथिंग. So we assume okay, they expect us to do it always and not even today, forever. That's assumption. Or you can ask, okay, will you do it later, or by when will you do it? Would you be doing it at least by the weekend? Ask for the timeline and ask for. Don't expect the instant gratification wala thing that okay, आपने अभी बोला तो अभी करके देखो. You give that person कि I want you to do this, do it by this time or as soon as you get free, and just wait.
Just go and ask it out. Like, अगर कोई भी प्रॉब्लम भी है, just ask it out, right? And problem से याद आया. So since we are discussing on that topic, what do you think? How, if there is an argument going on, how do males approach that argument and how do females approach that argument?
Oh my God.
Good question. Yeah.
That's so interesting. मेरे साथ क्या होता है मैं बताती हूँ. I hope some of you might relate to, or maybe you would relate to. मैं अपने मन में सब आर्ग्यूमेंट कर लेती हूँ. अच्छा ठीक है, मैं ये बोलूंगी तो वो ये बोलेंगे. If I would say this, he would say that. ये ऐसा सब सोच के then I go to the outcome and I'm like, अच्छा इसका कुछ रिजल्ट नहीं निकलेगा, and we might be just ending up arguing with each other. So I generally hold myself in that moment. I don't say anything. I learned it hard way. I've been married from past 11-12 years, so I am okay with that. Now I am into that space. But in the beginning of the relationship, I was like, अरे मैंने ये बोला तो तुम भी ये बोलो, तुम्हारा ये रिस्पॉन्स होना चाहिए, मेरा रिस्पॉन्स होना चाहिए. And my husband would be like, तुम दोनों साइड के कॉन्वर्सेशन खुद ही कर लेती हो. So for us it is like 90-10-10 rule. अभी जो हुआ वो 10% डिस्कशन है, 90% हमारा पिछला वाला हिसाब किताब है. For them it is only 100% this moment, this incident.
करेक्ट. एंड आई थिंक जब हम माइंडफुलनेस की बात करते हैं, बिकॉज हमने इसकी बात पहले भी करी हुई है, तो उसमें देयर इज अ प्रोसेस, इनर चाइल्ड हीलिंग. आई थिंक सम ऑफ यू मस्ट हैव ऑलरेडी हर्ड दैट. तो उसमें भी यही होता है कि जो हमारे पुराने गड़े मुर्दे हैं ना, उसको हम पहले सॉल्व कर लेते हैं. क्योंकि लाइफ में क्या होता है, हमें कोई प्रॉब्लम आई, सपोज कोई प्रॉब्लम आई जिसके बारे में हमने अपने इमोशंस को वहीं पे सप्रेस कर दिया, एंड वी आर नॉट टॉकिंग इट आउट. सो इट्स क्या होता है, वो प्रॉब्लम वहीं पे बंद हो जाएगी. अब इट विल क्रिएट अ क्लॉट. अगर हम फिजिकल सेंस में बात करें, इट विल क्रिएट अ क्लॉट. एंड कल को जब कोई प्रॉब्लम आएगी, देन आप वहां से सारे रूट्स निकाल के लाओगे. तो इट्स बेटर कि यू सॉल्व दैट प्रॉब्लम, ताकि वो 90-10 रूल जो है ना, आपको भी ना परेशान करें, इट डजंट बॉदर द अदर पर्सन ऑल्सो, राइट? सो व्हाट्स योर टेक ऑन दिस? आई थिंक यू probably know the exercise also.
For us, it is like everything is connected in our head. It's not like, okay, you are not taking out trash is not that only just you are lazy. For us, it is related to with all the other 10 problems what had happened in the past, right?
Correct,
And for them, it is
correct.
like, okay, I'm not doing this particular activity. So for
Mm-hmm.
them, it is just about that incident, right? For us, it's like, okay, इससे पहले वो किया था, उससे पहले वो किया था, अच्छा इसका ये relationship है, हम वो सब सोच लेते हैं.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, absolutely. This happens a lot. And usme again, the only advice or the only tip we can provide is be direct and communicate openly. अगर आपको
Yes,
कोई भी
yes.
प्रॉब्लम है, if you are having any assumption in mind, if there's something that's bothering you, take out some time. जरूरी नहीं कि अभी सारा टाइम निकालना है, just find some time where you both are, you know, the time which is feasible for both. दोनों free हो, दोनों एक settled mindset में हो, then you sit down, you have a conversation around that and create a space where both of them can talk. Because we know males can't talk that well, they go into their caves. So we can, we can create a safe environment, or we create a certain kind of environment in which they like to open up their feelings, right? Because हमारा societal upbringing ही ऐसा है कि वो है ना, मर्द को दर्द ही नहीं होता है. So, but दर्द भी होता है, you know, it's a practical thing. So we should create that environment that they feel open to, they feel comfortable opening up with their problems, right?
And I think it's when we talk about that discussions or argument, या जब भी हमारी so called वो argument fighting के level तक चले जाते हैं, हम दोनों का बहुत ही सेम, मतलब बहुत सारे लोगों के साथ शायद ऐसा होता होगा. एटलीस्ट मेरे और मेरे हस्बैंड के साथ ऐसा है कि मुझे लगता नहीं अभी बात I can see you. Can you hear me well?
Yeah, now I can hear you back.
Yeah. So I was saying I learned it hard way. For me, it was like so difficult to talk. I mean, to hold myself कि I'm not talking. और उनका है कि भाई तुम मुझे अकेला छोड़ दो और जब तुम 2 घंटे बाद मिलो या शाम को मिलो then I'll be fine. अगर मैं सो भी रही तो मेरे दिमाग में वही सब चल रहा है. ऐसा क्यों बोला? इसका क्या मतलब है? अच्छा इसका मतलब ये हो गया. उन्होंने ऐसा क्यों कह दिया? What did I say something wrong? Shouldn't I have expressed this way? ये मुझे मैं ऐसे बोलती. वो पता नहीं क्या क्या मतलब from this thing until whole universe is attracted and attached and connected with that one thought of mine. And for him it's like shut it off and हो गया. उसके बाद खत्म. उसके बाद जब 2 घंटा बाद मिलो it's absolutely normal. And I'm like, how can you be so normal? It took me so much time, and then I have learned it. Okay, it is his way of responding that leave me alone and I'll be fine. And for me, it's like if I have to talk it out, either I would write it down a letter and either I tear it off, burn कर दो उसको, जला दो, कुछ भी कर दो, वो feelings निकाल दो. नहीं तो खुद से बात कर लो. मैं तो खुद ही से conversation कर लेती हूँ. अच्छा ठीक है, ये हुआ. And I always practice mindfulness. ठीक है, this is his way of coping up and this is my way of coping up. And if we have to stay with each other happily, तो वो कोई फायदा नहीं है कि तुम बात करे और अंदर में घुटे जा रहे हो. So that doesn't make sense, right? So in that case, for me personally, for any relationship, I am the only person who is responsible. I think like that. क्योंकि मैं सोचूं दूसरा सामने वाला बदल जाए या वो वैसे रिएक्ट करे जैसे मैं चाहती हूँ, वैसे कभी नहीं होता है. And that leads to hell lot of disappointment. तो उससे बेटर है कि भाई मैं क्या कर सकती हूँ. I know कि it is his understanding, this is his way of coping up and I'm fine with it. I understood and I accept it.
Correct.
मेरा बात करने का तरीका है, मेरा बात करने का मैं लिख लेती हूँ या मैं मन में कॉन्वर्सेशन कर लेती हूँ and I'm okay. फिर वो 2 घंटे जाने के बाद when he comes back normally, I also leave everything aside. Like past is past and move forward. That's the best way of keeping a healthy relationship. I personally feel. Absolutely, and practice also.
Correct. Right. And again, if we go back to our older conversations, जहाँ पर हमने mindfulness की बहुत बात करी है and being present in the current moment उसकी बात करी है, तो I think it's an inherent trait where males practice that more and females have a problem practicing that. Not a problem, but even if a normal human being, we should practice that thing कि एक problem हो गई और अगर हम present moment में we can bring ourselves into the present moment. वो 90-10 वाला rule भी यहाँ पर आपका आ जाएगा कि अभी की प्रॉब्लम तो 10% ही है ना, पुरानी 90% प्रॉब्लम को जरूरी नहीं कि अभी वी हैव टू सॉल्व इट आउट. जस्ट फोकस ऑन द 10% वाला करंट प्रॉब्लम एंड प्रैक्टिस कीपिंग दैट 90% असाइड. दिस वे आल्सो यू कैन कम्युनिकेट थ्रू. और अगर वी नो दैट फीमेल्स लाइक टू टॉक, मेन डोंट लाइक टू टॉक, तो यहाँ पर हमको ये मतलब when you are in the current situation, आपको समझना चाहिए कि कौन सी ऐसी प्रॉब्लम है जिसका बिना बात करे भी सोल्यूशन आ सकता है. जैसे आपने वो कम्युनिकेशन अपने हेड में रिवाइंड करी, तो अगर उसका सोल्यूशन आपके दिमाग में आ गया तो फिर क्यों जबरदस्ती बात करनी है. यू कैन टॉक अबाउट समथिंग ब्यूटीफुल, यू कैन टॉक अबाउट समथिंग हैप्पी, हेल्दी. और अगर मेल्स को समझ में आ रहा है कि ये प्रॉब्लम है जिसका सोल्यूशन नहीं निकल रहा है, दे शुड अंडरस्टैंड कि हाँ अब बात करने का सिचुएशन आ गया एंड वी हैव टू टॉक इट आउट. तो दोनों तरफ से वो अंडरस्टैंडिंग जरूरी है. वही डिफरेंस समझ के यू हैव टू वर्क इट आउट कि कैसे करना है, राइट.
और वो अंडरस्टैंडिंग इम्पोर्टेंट सी द होल, especially when you are committed in a relationship or husband wife relationship, when you are in such relationship where you know that okay आपको एक दूसरे के साथ ही रहना है, या फिर और रूड लैंग्वेज में कि आपको झेलना ही है एक दूसरे को, तो ट्राई टू बी एज हैप्पी एज यू कैन. तो हमारा एक रूल है कि हम वो बात लेके सो नहीं सकते हैं. फॉर अस इट इज बेटर टू रिजॉल्व इट. तो रिजॉल्व करने का उनका मतलब है कि तुम मुझे 2 घंटे छोड़ दो, एंड मेरा मतलब है कि मुझे बात करनी है. तो आई वुड rather find a friend with whom I can speak to, who's very close to me, who would just listen to me without judgment, and मैं अपना पूरा भड़ास निकाल दूं कि भाई देखो आज ये हुआ, उन्होंने ऐसा कहा, मैंने वैसा कहा, and whatever. अगर वैसा कोई नहीं है इतना ट्रस्टवर्दी आपके पास, आप लिख लो, उसको जला दो. पर जब आप रात को सोने जाओ, then understand the fact that both of you are together because there is something greater than this fight or this argument, right? And that thing is what is staying you together, or what is sticking you together. So just think of that, or think of that feeling, that the day, the moment you guys had come together and decided कि हमें एक दूसरे के साथ एक जिंदगी बितानी है. And the whole idea of love is कि you accept the person with their imperfection.
Correct.
अगर वो बात है तो आपका खुद का बच्चा भी आपकी बात नहीं सुनता है टाइम्स, एंड इट इज ओके. आपके खुद के पेरेंट्स आपको उन पे गुस्सा कर रहे हैं, यार आप क्या कर रहे हो, दे वुड लुक एट इट लाइक आई डिड नॉट ब्रॉट यू अप लाइक दिस. ऐसा कैसे सोच सकते हो? तो जब हम उन रिलेशनशिप में माफ कर सकते हैं, तो इस रिलेशनशिप में तो कर ही सकते हैं. ये तो हमने चुना है.
Absolutely. And if it's a bad day, if it's a rainy day, then it will rain for one day. Next day तो sunshine will come up, right? You have to understand कि ये एक bad argument था, not a bad life. And life is, if we see the greater good, if we see on the bigger picture, then you can definitely pass through that day very smoothly.
Exactly. And वो एक दूसरे की अंडरस्टैंडिंग आप समझ जाओगे ना कि अच्छा सामने वाला का ये क्यूज है, वो ऐसे रिएक्ट करता है या वो ऐसे रिएक्ट करती है, and then you accept it कि this is his way or this is her way, and it is okay. Both of you are different, both of your upbringing is different, your way of communicating, your emotions are different, and it is fine. We respect that. अगर आपको बात करनी है, ठीक है, आई विल मेक एन एफर्ट टू लिसन टू यू. और अगर आपको बात नहीं करनी, आई विल मेक एन एफर्ट टू होल्ड माई सेल्फ कि ठीक है मैं तब बात करूं जब व्हेन यू आर आउट ऑफ दैट जोन. So that effort should be from both the sides, and you always feel that there is something bigger than this thing because of what we are sticking together, and that is all it is.
Absolutely. Cool. Great.
So we have spoken a lot, and it's been I think already half an hour or so.
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you think? Should we conclude?
Yeah. Please.
That's
please
okay
go
with you?
Yeah. Sure.
All right. So
please go ahead.
Let me just summarize for the people who have recently joined or those who were staying until now. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. So for the people who have joined later, we spoke about what are the different traits which you see among females and males, which were like males would like to cave out themselves, and females would like to talk more. And males would be into that mode of I have to fix everything, like Mr. Fix It kind. And females are more of let us bring empowerment to everybody, let us improve everything all together. We get into that zone. And male are more logic oriented, unlike female who are more of emotions oriented, and we are driven by our emotions. It's like waves, it's all there always, and for them it's like a rubber band. Before they come very close to you, they might be going very, very far like a rubber band, and all of a sudden they snap back and you are like, oh wow, I didn't expect that. So these are few traits which we spoke. And what can we do in order to accept each other more amicably? Could be we have to practice active listening. What someone is saying, just listen to it to understand, and not to have one more conversation here. Okay, ये कह रहे हैं, इसका ये मतलब, जो कह रहे हैं बस वो सुनो. Don't assume things. Get the clarity. Ask for it. For female, it is like you understand by yourself. For them, it is like you ask. So it is better to ask whatever you are expecting. And if you expect him to do something, better to say, I want you to do this. right? To get
Correct,
that
correct,
person
correct.
to
Absolutely.
feel happy about it. Don't assume. It's always better to ask, be direct. And
Uh-huh.
when you are in the argument, they would like to be left alone, and for us, it's like obviously we want to talk. But try to understand that both of you are having your own way of communicating, your own way of coping up with your emotions, and respect other person's behavior or thing, because you have chosen each other and you want to take that relationship,
Mhm.
with happiness forever, I would say. In that case, try not to sleep with grudges. Forgive that, because
Absolutely.
it's just 10% of the
Mm.
problem, as you say. It doesn't rain
Correct,
every day.
correct. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Okay, feel free to add if I miss something.
Mm. The only thing I would add is, just create a space where you can communicate openly and you can communicate, without any judgments. At least this should be a space there are no judgments in. If you're feeling
Exactly.
something, say it out, right? Create a
Yes.
comfortable space for both of you.
Certainly, certainly. Very well said. Okay, so I think with this we have spoken a lot. I would like to
Yeah.
conclude our session today, and thank you so much for all the people who had been staying. Big thanks to you, Meda, for coming out
Anytime,
live, giving
anytime.
your time to us, and it was wonderful talking to you as always.
Thank you, Meenu. It was likewise, it was great talking to you, and thank you everyone who has joined us. All right.
All
So,
right, guys. See
mhm.
you soon, probably next week, next Sunday, in another live. And until then, please take care, take good care of yourself, and try to understand each other more. Thank you so much, Meda. Have a good Sunday and good week ahead. Please take care. Bye
Thank
bye, everyone.
you, everyone. Thank you. Bye.
Bye bye.